decided
It
to be
takes two
silent.
to tango. You kept silent, I kept silent.
No, I didn't keep silent. I greeted you, you refused to answer. I cooked for you, you refused to eat.
If you are
How is
greeting
it
me
my
and
how am I
refuse, then
supposed?
how did you greet me?
I
How
greeted
did
you
you
in the
present the
morning.
food to me?
I greeted.
Is it Good day, viewers. Welcome to another edition of Living and Loving, a place where we live to love
And we love to live.
Today we'll be looking at this vital topic that is asking, is silence a sign of a toxic relationship? Damiola,
Yes.
what do you think? Is silence a sign of toxic relationship?
Yes. Silence is a sign of a toxic marriage for so many reasons. One, silence kills communication. How can you be in the same house with your partner just because of a little misunderstanding and you decide to keep silent, thinking silence will solve the issue the both of you are having? You sleep on the same bed, you wake up in the same house, you go to work without saying hello, hi, how are you doing? What's your plan for today? You leave the house even without having your breakfast, which you usually have on a normal day. You come back from work, she opens the door for you, no hello, no hi. You go into the room without having your dinner, without asking her, how have you been? How was your day? No communication. You just decide to keep silent, thinking when you're silent, you're actually going to make her understand she has offended you one way or the other. You go to bed to sleep. You sleep on the same bed, you share the same bed, and you're not talking to each other. What do you think you are doing to that woman? How do you think she would feel? What do you think you are causing by going silent, thinking is the best way for you to solve any misunderstanding that you are having? You not eating her food, you not talking to her, you not communicating with her. Don't you think it projects wickedness? Do you think that method you are using would make her realize a mistake? What do you think you are doing to this woman when she wakes up and starts asking herself, what is my offense? When she's going to the market and she starts talking to herself on the road, asking herself, what is my fault? How do I go about things? You're already turning her into something else. That's a sign of a toxic marriage.
Well, I wouldn't want to believe that projects wickedness, because to me that's more like maturity coming into play. How do you expect me to be having back and forth with you, having an exchange or heated words? No, sometimes the best way to handle the issue is to be silent, because not every word will help bring solution. Sometimes you have to be silent, understand the situation, reflect, digest, and I think that's maturity, totally maturity. Because yes, you cook for me, I'm not eating it. That's nothing now, because even before cooking for me, how did you present the food? How did you come about the food? Did you discuss? Did you even ask if that's what I want to eat? Or it's not like we have a timetable or maybe something that you're giving me. What if that's not what I want to eat? So you don't just say because I'm silent and I'm not eating your food and you think I'm wicked. No. Something must have led to that silence. That is what we need to first understand. And without being matured or without addressing it in a matured way, then we will cause more problems for ourselves. So instead of getting solutions, we'll be adding to the problems. So to me, I believe being silent is a way of showing maturity, expressing yourself, or trying to reflect and expect the other party to reflect. Then we find a common ground to relate, to talk about what happened, and then find a way to address it. But you think because you're not talking, you're not this, you're not. No, 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 no. To me, it's nothing. It's just about when and how we go about it. Because I greet you, you do not greet me. I greet your baby greetings. I don't think that's any issue. Yes, it's important to greet in a relationship. Yes, it's important to communicate. But when we have issues, it's important as well to be silent, because you don't just rush issues. Solutions doesn't just come easily like that, or maybe anything that happens and you just reflect spontaneously. No, you have to take that breather, take that gap, exploit that gap, be silent, reflect. Let's talk, let's reason, let's dialogue. Then we'll find a way to solve it.
No, 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 no. I don't agree with your point. While you are being silent, acting matured, you're only creating room for vulnerability. And everybody knows women are vulnerable. Now, you are keeping silent, thinking you are acting mature, thinking you are playing the matured man in the relationship, and forgetting that she needs attention. She needs care. She needs somebody to tell her, oh, you look beautiful today. How are you doing? You're forgetting all this part. And you're forgetting the part that women are vulnerable. And somebody else is somewhere checking up on her. Hello, how are you doing today? She would channel that attention that she's supposed to give to you. She'll channel it to that person. That is the fact. You are unavailable for her, emotionally unavailable. You are not there. You refuse to see her, you refuse to look at her, you refuse to communicate with her. And somebody else is giving that attention. What do you think? She would actually respond to that person. And this might go the wrong way. It might actually destroy things. She just needs to balance her emotions. And this other person is coming in. And we all know when a guy sees that, okay, a woman is vulnerable and it's like she's having one or two issue, the guy will shoot his shot. And that's for fact. Now, you have pushed her to do something that she's not supposed to do, or to go the way that she's not supposed to go, all because you think you are avoiding some issues, or you think you are playing the matured minded person in that relationship, which is very, very wrong.
No, don't tell me that. What do you mean by vulnerability? How does my silence make you vulnerable? And who told you is a woman that is only vulnerable? Who said a man is not vulnerable? But then that's not even my bone of contention now. Because I said in my earlier point that being silent is just a sign of maturity. And now, if you think my silence is going to make you vulnerable, then that means you're not serious. Because while we are silent, I expect us to reflect, assess what happened, and then we address the issue. But then, for you to be vulnerable, or for you to take any wrong step, or to lead into a toxic relationship, then that means the silence must have taken too long. Timing matters in everything we're doing. Because we are silent, we're supposed to reflect, reassess, and then address it. And then we didn't address it on time. He said you for us to be silent for that long, then that means there must have been sickness. There must have been something for you. You'll have seen the signs. You fail to correct it. You choose not to correct it because you want to do what you intend to do. So your action is not on my own silence. It's because you wanted to act you and not just me. Because if we say we are in a relationship, yes, there's no relationship that does not have loopholes. There's no relationship that there will not be this disagreement, and then when the disagreement, we don't just rush to agree or maybe just rush to address it. And that is the essence of that silence. But that silence shouldn't take long, shouldn't be too long. And for you to take too long, then that means there must have been a lot of things that have been happening in between. There must have been a lot of signals, there must have been a lot of signs on the walls that you refuse to read, which makes you feel vulnerable. So it's not about the silence, it's about you not being understanding enough, not being matured enough, and you not knowing the right time to address issues. So you're vulnerable is just because you want to be vulnerable. But if you really want that relationship, then you will act, you will correct it at that point you're seeing those signs instead of going ahead to do the wrong thing.
No, 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 no. Am I a magician? You are the one who decided to keep silent in the marriage.
How do you mean I keep silent?
You decided
It
to keep
takes
silent.
two to tango. You kept silent, I kept silent.
No, I didn't keep silent. I greeted you, you refused to answer. I cooked for you, you refused to eat.
If you are greeting me how did you greet me?
I greeted
how did you
you
present the food to me? Is it the normal way you be presenting it that you
Yes, of course.
Is it the way you greeted me that you
I placed the food on the table.
If there is nothing, then something must have changed.
What changed? What changed? You were the one giving silent treatment.
About, in fact, I think I'm tired of this conversation. I'm tired of this argument. Women will never learn.
Learn what?
You keep saying something, you say another thing. Over to our viewers. Is silence a sign of a toxic relationship? Tell us in your comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share as we come away another day. Bye.